Hi, welcome to our channel Good New. The growing expansion of China's chip manufacturing sector has increased demand for chip manufacturing equipment. ASML's lithography machine was previously a hot-selling item. Although the EUV lithography machine has not yet arrived on the mainland, the rest of the equipment is readily available. ASML places a high value on the Chinese market. Facts show that ASML has not ceased its massive domestic market layout. A bit of wonderful news arrived. ASML's ArF advanced lithography equipment has officially entered the plant, according to the Chinese business. What does this lithography equipment imply for Chinese businesses? What motivates ASML to sell lithography machines to China? The sophisticated ArF lithography equipment from ASML has arrived at the plant. ASML has made several positive and encouraging remarks about the Chinese market. The reason for such a cooperative approach is that the opposite party understands that the Chinese market's demand may provide them with a lot of potential for development and advancement. Although ASML does not offer EUV lithography machines to the mainland, the provision of other equipment alone might make the mainland China the company's second largest market. It is clear that ASML will not give up the layout lightly, and will even increase the pace of work in order to expedite the supply of non-EUV lithography machines. ASML will naturally not pass up the chance since it is mature and the supply of lithography equipment with sophisticated process technology is not an issue. As a result, we have worked with several Chinese enterprises, and the lithography machines supplied by ASML have arrived and been installed in the plant. Galaxy Core Incorporated Semiconductor announced the arrival of ASML's sophisticated ArF lithography machine, which will be the most significant piece of equipment for the 12-inch CIS integrated circuit characteristic process research and development and industrialization project. Galaxy Core Incorporated hosted an ArF lithography machine admittance ceremony on this day, marking a key milestone in the production project. The ceremony officially began at 10:18 a.m. on March 24, 2022, with strict adherence to the epidemic prevention policy and excellent epidemic prevention and control procedures. The event was attended by Li Chaoyang, SVP of Galaxy Core Incorporated, as well as directors from several departments, the lithography team and the manufacturing team. Geek Semiconductor has successfully transitioned into the associated equipment of ASML, one of the key makers of lithography machines, as of March 7, 2022. Geek Semiconductor celebrated another significant staged achievement on March 24, successfully accomplishing the move-in of the essential equipment in the entire set of ASML lithography machines, advanced ArF lithography machine. At the moment, Geek Semiconductor's clean room has been approved in phases as planned, and the relevant manufacturing system equipment is progressing well. A total of 61 pieces of equipment have been relocated. Epitaxy, etching, thin film, cleaning, and other associated equipment will continue to enter the market in the future. Geek Semiconductor will carry the duty of epidemic prevention and control, implement tight closed-loop management and control methods to assure machine installation and commissioning, and do all possible to accomplish line connection and mass production on time. The successful launch of the ArF lithography machine is a critical step in the development of Galaxy Core Incorporated's 12-inch CIS integrated circuit characteristic process research and development and industrialization project. Galaxy Core Incorporated will accelerate the research and development of advanced CIS technology and high-end patented pixels in its own factory, relying on Geek Semiconductor's advanced manufacturing process, and achieve mass production verification in its own factory, greatly reducing the time from research and development to mass production of high-end products. The supply market cycle. According to what I know, the total investment in this project is around 15.5 billion yuan. It will construct a 12-inch chip factory capable of producing 60,000 chips per month, as well as a specific process manufacturing production line for 12-inch wafer CMOS image sensor chips. It is anticipated that mass manufacturing will begin before the end of the year. Galaxy Core Incorporated Electronics Company, Limited, as far as I am aware, is a domestic CMOS image sensor producer with industry-leading image sensor technical strength and a solid product supply level. The arrival of ASML's ArF lithography equipment into the plant will be significant for Galaxy Core Inc. What impact will the deployment of ArF lithography machines have on chip production in China? The first is that it is utilized for standard R&D and production, and the ArF lithography machine can produce twice as much with half the work. Currently, Galaxy Core Incorporated's project has been finished from the capping of the main building to the cleaning of the factory building and the last phase of the ArF lithography machine entering the factory. Galaxy Core Incorporated's R&D and manufacturing activities may now resume regularly, including the transition of FabLight's business routes and the acceleration of high-end patented pixel research and development. ArF lithography equipment can provide twice the results in half the time. Improved industrial technical strength. Second, enhance production capacity and supply strength to achieve larger industry breakthroughs and advancement. Galaxy Core Incorporated, an industry leader in image sensor manufacturing, ranks first in the world in terms of CMOS image sensor shipments in 2020, with a market share of 29.7%. The financial market has been paying close attention to it since its formal listing on the Science and Technology Innovation Board on August 18, 2021. Galaxy Core Incorporated's performance did not disappoint, as output and supply remained consistent. With the installation of the ArF lithography machine in the plant, Galaxy Core Incorporated's production capacity and supply strength will definitely improve, further expanding Galaxy Core Incorporated's advantages in the field of image sensors. It is simple to produce more breakthroughs and advancement in the business with higher production and supply strength. In general, Galaxy Core Incorporated should always purchase the ArF lithography equipment offered by ASML. The project in front of us is complete and just need the east wind. The next path rests on Galaxy Core Incorporated now that the east wind has arrived. What motivates ASML to sell lithography machines to China? ArF lithography machines are not the most sophisticated EUV lithography machines in the view of the outside world, with a wavelength of 193 nanometers, which is significantly less advanced than DUV or EUV. Is it anything to rejoice over? In fact, due to regulatory constraints, ASML is currently unable to supply EUV lithography machines. Although the offered ArF lithography equipment is not of the greatest quality, it is adequate for meeting the production needs of Chinese businesses. It is hard to entirely forsake the two-party supply collaboration due to the EUV lithography machine problem, which is utterly impractical. Domestic independent lithography machines are, of course, being developed. ASML is no longer the exclusive option as long as localization can be substituted. Prior to it, it is reasonable to continue collaboration and normal commercial operations. ASML requires additional help from the Chinese market. The shipment of ArF lithography machines to Galaxy Core Incorporated demonstrates that ASML did everything correctly. ASML isn't overly concerned with the availability of EUV lithography equipment. Because the regulations cannot be surpassed or disobeyed for the time being, it can compensate for quality by quantity. On the one hand, ASML can accelerate lithography machine shipment and stabilize the market. On the other hand, the shipment direction has shifted, and the lithography machine with ArF and DUV processes has increased its effect inside the supply scope. ASML's lithography machine equipment is highly assured. After all, as the world's first lithography machine manufacturer, lithography machines with established processes have a larger supply in addition to a dominant position in high-end EUV lithography machines. Freight toughness. Of course, ASML has several rivals in this market segment. Originally, EUV lithography machines could not be readily exported, and it is important to seize this large market cake. As a result, ASML worked it out and recognized the significance of the shippable equipment market. In conclusion, with the formal launch of Galaxy Core Incorporated, ASML's sophisticated lithography equipment has begun to assist the Chinese semiconductor sector, in my opinion. This ASML ArF lithography equipment is critical to the present production demands of Chinese firms. Cooperation and exchanges can be maintained until domestically created alternative strength is achieved. It will not be too late to undertake more preparations when China has sufficient power and preparedness in the future. Thanks for having your watching in this video. You can add your ideas or suggestions below. Please keep following our channel and like our videos.